can help you manage risk. We know that farms come in all shapes and sizes. Each is unique and requires just the right insurance coverage. Contact the Peterson Insurance Agency in Clinton for a farm policy that fits your needs and your budget.
In Illinois, 96% of farms are family-owned and operated. I'm Felicity.
I'm Audrey.
And I'm Christian. We are farm kids from Peoria County.
And our family is part of that 96%.
Our mom and dad are passionate about growing safe food and fuel.
And about farming better today than yesterday.
If you want to learn more about Illinois farm families like ours,
visit www.watchusgrow.org/corn.
This message is brought to you by the Illinois Corn Checkoff.
The 2024 Chevy Silverado Heavy Duty is the official truck for your harvest season. Scott Baum here from Baum Chevrolet Buick in Clinton. The 2024 Silverado is the strongest, most capable ever, with 2 heavy-duty powertrain options, innovative towing technologies, and a large and functional Durabed. Silverado HD pulls up, ready to help you get that crop out of the field on your farm this fall. Now's the time to make the Chevy Silverado your farm's official truck here at Baum Chevrolet Buick, right from the start.
WHOW Combine Reports are brought to you by our title sponsor,
Apex Clean Energy, harvesting the seeds for a better future in Illinois.
Also brought to you by
Whitful's Hybrids and your local Whitful's Hybrid seed dealer.
Baum Chevrolet Buick in Clinton,
where you'll find the official truck of the Combine Reports, the 2025 Chevy Silverado.
Along with the Macon County Farm Bureau, AAK Mechanical, Peterson Insurance,
State Bank of Dee-Mack,
Illinois Corn Marketing Board, Farm Credit Illinois, Maroa Ag, the McLean County Farm Bureau, Nancy Metal, and Beck's Hybrids, and the area's Beck's Hybrid seed dealers.
News time is 11 minutes after 8 o'clock on this Friday. Top of the morning from the newsroom of Regional Radio and DeWittDailyNews.com. I'm Seth Lawrence with this expanded 8 o'clock newscast. We stream to Facebook and YouTube, brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin Insurance agent in Clinton. A new bank is setting up shop in Clinton. Taylor Baxter is the Clinton City Administrator and tells Regional Radio the Planning Commission in Clinton has been working on plans for the new bank that will set up on the west side of the community across the street from Clinton High School.
I will put a plug in. We do have a vacancy on our Planning Commission, so if you've ever been interested in serving and want to try to help Clinton move forward, this is a great position to get involved with. We meet once a month when needed, and it seems like every month we've been meeting. But it's just, we have a great group that's on there right now. We're just one short. So if you're interested, give me a call. We can talk about it. We'd love to have an extra person on there. So we meet on the second Tuesday of every month at, right now it's been at 6 o'clock for our meetings up at City Hall in the council chambers. And we really bring forward to them anything that has to do with zoning or planning that really comes to them first. And then they give a recommendation to the city council. So part of this, and we kind of go into it, the most recent planning commission we had was a minor subdivision for the new bank that's coming into town.
Longview Community Bank will set up near the FS station on the west side. Baxter says they're excited to welcome them to the community.
So this is going to be out at the FS property next to Dairy Queen. They have 2 pretty big parcels out there. So whenever somebody wants to divide up their property, we call it a minor subdivision. So that's what came before the planning commission. The commercial building permit for Longview Community Bank, as well as approving the minor subdivision, which got officially approved last night at the meeting. So we have a new bank coming to town. We're really excited. They are very well off. They have a lot of different branches in a lot of different communities, and they felt like Clinton was a great spot for them because they have really just customers all over this area, and they felt like it was a good market and a good location.
Many question if the community needs another bank, but Baxter says absolutely. He indicates a bank will bring millions of dollars with it and invest into the community.
Absolutely, yeah. Because, with these people that invest substantial amount of money, they have an idea of what the market is and what their needs are. So if we have a bank that's going to approach us and, hey, we want to build in Clinton, we're going to welcome them with open arms. There's no doubt about it. And we're going to try to help them get moving through that process. And, people can say we don't need another bank. okay, they feel like they have enough customers to make this work, and they're going to invest millions of dollars in Clinton. We're going to support them the best way that we can. And why wouldn't we? And that's part of, again, economic development I talked about earlier is one side is bringing new businesses in. That's a huge part of that. And a bank that has a very good reputation is expanding. We want those types of businesses in Clinton. We love to have them.
Baxter says there's already equipment out at the site ready to move dirt once the contractors get the nod to begin. Get news anytime from your computer or mobile device at DeWittDailyNews.com. A look at sports is next.
Covenant Animal Clinic in Clinton now has a new online store for your pet's medicine and supplies. Hi, this is Dr. Seuster inviting you to check out our new online store at CovenantAnimalClinicIL.com or just click on our icon at DeWittDailyNews.com.
ServPro of Piatt DeWitt counties is the leader in fire, water, and mold restoration. See all the many services they can offer your home or business by clicking their icon at DeWittDailyNews.com.
This is the voice of the Eastern Illinois University Panthers, Mike Brad, inviting all of our fans from Peoria to the Indiana state line to listen for Panther football again this fall on WHOW's many platforms on AM, FM, and streamed online. EIU Panther football is part of WHOW's great weekend sports programming schedule, including a Best of Clinton Maroon sports broadcast and CBS Sports Radio. We'll bring you every Panther game start to finish right here on Central Illinois' news, agriculture, and sports station, WHOW.
445 Bible.
With SRN Sports, I'm Jeremy House. Major League Baseball, David Fry's two-run homer in the 10th sends the Cleveland Guardians to a stunning 7-5 win over the New York Yankees in Game 3 of the American League Championship Series.
The Guardians were down 5-3 with 2 out in the bottom of the 9th when pinch hitter John Kenzie Noel smashed a 2-run homer off Luke Weaver to tie it at 5. Then in the 10th, with 1 on and 2 out, David Fry drilled a 2-run homer off Clay Holmes to win it for Cleveland.
That's correspondent Tom Merriam reporting. The Yankees lead the series 2-1 with Game 4 tonight in Cleveland. Elsewhere, Shohei Ohtani hit a leadoff homer and scored 4 times. Mookie Betts also went deep and drove in 4 runs. And the Los Angeles Dodgers routed the New York Mets 10-2 for a 3-1 lead in the National League Championship Series. Game 5 is today in New York. This is SRN Sports. In the NHL, the St. Louis Blues needed overtime to get past the New York Islanders, 1-0 in St. Louis.
After the Blues and Islanders played 60 minutes of scoreless hockey, Jake Neighbors was able to deflect a pass from Philip Broberg past New York goaltender Ilya Sorokin, 2:04 into overtime. St. Louis goaltender Joel Hofer stopped 34 shots and assisted on the Neighbors goal. Sorokin faced 30 shots, allowing just the overtime game winner.
Correspondent Mike Reeves reporting. Other winners included New Jersey, Tampa Bay, Los Angeles, Columbus, Washington, Vancouver, the New York Rangers, Edmonton, Chicago, and Seattle. In the NFL, Javonte Williams rushed for 2 touchdowns, and the Denver Broncos triumphed in coach Sean Payton's return to New Orleans, beating the banged-up Saints 33-10. Bo Nix passed for 164 yards. This is SRN Sports.
Time now for a look at sports. I'm Seth Lawrence with this report. With 2 games to play, the Clinton Maroons are still looking for that 5th playoff-eligible victory. Last week, the Maroons lost 30-22 at home to Shelbyville, bringing their record to 4-3. Coach Ron Bass says it's tough to be on a 3-game losing streak, but his team will have to dig deep to make the playoffs and become eligible this week.
Well, when losing 3 games in a row in a football season, it's tough.
Yeah.
There's some serious adversity there. So, we're going to have to dig deep and the kids know that if they want to have an opportunity to make the playoffs, they're gonna have to win, at least one, if not both, of these final 2 games. So the pressure's on a little bit. I think from last week's game, it just came up a little short. I feel like I say that quite a bit, but yeah, there was definitely some positives, but at the same time, we're a couple plays away from winning.
Although Dee-Mack is only 1-4 in conference play, Coach Bass says not to discount their team. It's a winnable game, but Dee-Mack has been getting better every week and notes their backs against the wall. It will be a good test for the Maroons.
Well, I mean, it's definitely a winnable game, but I would tread caution with the record just because, watching them on film, they've progressively gotten better over the course of the year. I mean, you look at some common opponents and you might say to yourself, oh, well, that's, what they did against Hayworth or what they did against Shelbyville, but they played, against a good El Paso team. They played tough last week, and, they came off a win from Tremont, so, they're going to be feeling good about themselves. They're fighting for a playoff appearance as well. They're a little bit more in dire need, and so their back's going to be against the wall. So I think it's going to be a good test for us.
Although the Maroons are still looking to become playoff eligible, Coach Bass feels confident they can win one, if not both, of their next two games. He says it's all about how bad his players want it.
Well, I still feel confident in our kids. I still feel like that we're a good team. Obviously, the injuries that we've had over the course of since the last time we had mentioned that does make a difference.
Yeah.
But even with those injuries, I still feel like we're a good team. We're still capable to go 6-3. It'll really come down to a matter of want to. We talked with our kids about that. It's this desire, this want to. Are you gonna give in to all the adversity, or are you gonna continue fighting? So I'm looking forward to seeing what takes place over the next couple weeks.
The Maroons will strive to make it over that 5-win mark against Dee-Mack tonight at home. Game time is 7 p.m. Catch the action right here on WHOW and all our digital platforms just before kickoff. Action in the heart of Illinois tonight. Tri-Valley travels to Eureka. Tremont hosts El Paso Gridley. Shelbyville is at Ridgeview Lexington. Leroy plays host to GCMS in a matchup of state-ranked opponents. Hayworth travels to Central A&M. Fisher hosts Meridian. And Fieldcrest is at Tuscola. Avoiding complacency is the theme of the week in Monticello. The Sages are ranked in the high school football state rankings and are coming off a huge upset victory over previously state-ranked Paxton Buckley Loda 33-0 last Friday night. Coach Coley Welter says if his team is getting too comfortable after last week's win, he isn't seeing it.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They would really like to take care of their playoff bid this week, I'm sure, knowing they have BCC in week 9. And so we got to be very aware of that fact. And one of the things we're really fixated on this week is not to be complacent, because Prairie Central is a very good team. They've got 3 good running backs. Their defense is very strong. Their inside linebackers are outstanding. So they're a very capable team. And when you add the fact that their backs are against the wall a little bit, that presents a challenge for us. Week of practice has been good. Haven't seen a lot of that complacency, thankfully. I hope tonight when we come out, we're ready to go like we were last week. We're going to need a similar effort, and I think the kids are aware of that. And now they just got to put it into practice.
PBL was short an offensive lineman and lost both its quarterbacks during the duration of last week's game. Coach Welter feels despite the injury issues for the Panthers, his team still played very well.
Yeah, I think the film kind of bore out what we thought after the game, and that it was our kids were really ready to play. Defensively, we just really got after it. And like you said, don't want to minimize the injuries that PBL had because obviously impacted the game. But I thought our kids were really ready to go and was very proud of their effort. Well, they lost their starting quarterback, but their backup quarterback also went down, so those were their two injuries. And they like to run a lot of under center stuff, and one of their quarterbacks came in to do that. So, no question it impacted them, but I felt like, again, our kids were really ready to roll and would like to think we would have performed favorably either way.
Monticello welcomes Prairie Central to town tonight. The Hawks need a win to become playoff eligible, and Coach Welter says they feature the fastest running back in the Illini Prairie Conference.
Yeah, they're a little more spread out than PBL, but they're still going to run the ball, still their primary focus. And number 10, Alt, is the fastest kid in the conference. He's an all-conference running back from last year. He's a kid that can go the distance anytime he touches the ball, so we really have to do what we did last week and fit up properly and rally to the ball. And but they have other backs as well, and they have a play-action passing game. They're definitely a stronger running team than passing team, but they will keep you honest. They will throw the ball deep a few times a game. Defensively, they switch back and forth between a 3 front and a 4 front, but against us, we're planning to see the three front, like a 3-4 quarters coverage. Like I said before, the inside backers are very good. They run to the ball well. They're not a huge blitz team, but they're pretty athletic in a lot of different positions. So, they can drop 8 against the pass, or they can bring pressure off the edge. So you're going to have to be ready for either. We do so much 7-on-7 in the summer. We see a lot of different coverages, so quarters is nothing new to us. But, yeah, there's certain concepts that we like to run. And when we face zone coverages, we really want to find the holes in the defense. So that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to stretch the defender so they have to cover 2 players at once. And then we oftentimes, our goal is to throw it to the one that they're further away from.
Game time tonight is 7 o'clock. Hear the action on 95.9 FM WEZC and online at DeWittDailyNews.com. In the Illini Prairie tonight, IVC is at Pontiac, St. Joe Ogden travels to Rantoul, and PBL plays host to Tolono Unity. Elsewhere in high school football this week, in the Apollo Conference, Mount Zion hosts Effingham. Mattoon travels to Mahomet Seymour, and Taylorville is at Charleston. Tonight in the Big 12, Bloomington is at Peoria. Normal West plays host to Champaign Central. Normal Community travels to Champaign Centennial. Peoria Richwoods is at Danville, and in Saturday action, Peoria Manual hosts Urbana. In the Lincoln Prairie this week, Arcola is at Arthur Lovington. Atwood Hammond. Sarah Gorda Bement plays host to Argenta Oriena. Nokomis is at Toledo Cumberland. Oakland Tri-County hosts Sullivan Okaw Valley. And Saturday action, Villa Grove is at Sangamon Valley. Tonight in the Mid-Illini, Limestone is at Pekin. Morton hosts Dunlap. East Peoria is at Metamora. Washington is at Canton. Sangamo Conference action this week. Auburn is at Pittsfield. Maroa Forsyth travels to Williamsville. Athens hosts New Berlin. Petersburg Porta is at Riverton. And Olympia hosts Pleasant Plains. Non-conference high school football this week. Breeze Mater Dei is at Decatur St. Teresa. Springfield Sacred Heart Griffin plays host to Chatham Glenwood. Decatur Eisenhower is at Springfield Lanphier. Decatur MacArthur is at Jacksonville. Lincoln travels to Quincy Notre Dame. Bloomington Central Catholic hosts Peru St. Bede. Saturday action, Springfield hosts Rochester. Normal U-High plays host to Springfield Southeast. And Warrensburg Latham is at Westmont. 8-man football this week. Pawnee is at Decatur Christian on Saturday, and Champaign St. Thomas More hosts Kincaid South Fork also on Saturday. In a game heard on 95.9 FM WEZC and online at DeWittDailyNews.com, Monticello withstood a big run by Prairie Central in the first set and steamrolled to a win in the second set, rolling to a 25-20, 25-9 two-set match win over the Lady Hawks on a special night at the Seaver Center in Illini Prairie Conference High School volleyball action Thursday. The two schools joined forces to feature pink in their uniforms for Pink Out Week at Monticello High School. At tonight's football game, money raised by the two schools this week will be donated to breast cancer awareness. The two sides played nearly even volleyball in the first set. Monticello got up 20-13, but the Lady Hawks stormed back to tie the set at 20. Monticello finished out the first set and scored the first 9 points of the second set, easily putting Prairie Central away for the victory. Sierra Downey led Monticello with 12 kills, 9 digs, and 7 aces. She was the serve pro of Piatt DeWitt County's player of the game. Addison Finette had a team best 16 assists. Maddie Melton had 15 digs, and Sadie Walsh added 12 digs. Hear more Monticello volleyball action next Thursday on senior night at 7 o'clock. Get sports anytime from your computer or mobile device at DeWittDailyNews.com.
Baum Chevrolet Buick offers a full transportation options while giving you peace of mind. This is Scott Baum from Baum Chevrolet Buick here in Clinton or Farmer City. This is what we strive to do each and every day. We'll listen to you, give you options for routine maintenance, major mechanical problems, or collision repairs with a staff that is knowledgeable to find the best option for you. Baum Chevrolet Buick, your full-service dealer. See us at BaumChevyBuick.com, right from the start.
Here's Clinton Save-A-Lot owner Dave Jackson on helping you fight inflation 2024.
Our volume continues to grow. Over half of our business is coming from out of the market. We get people from 20, 30, and 40-mile radius in order to do that kind of a volume. And that volume allows us to keep our prices low.
Dave and his staff work 7 days a week to help you save up to 40% on your food bill at your Clinton Save-A-Lot. And as Dave always says,
hope to see you soon.
Your home for Clinton Maroon sports is WHOW and DeWittDailyNews.com. From football in the fall to baseball and softball in the spring, we've got you covered for all things Clinton High School sports.
With SRN News, I'm Greg Clugston in Washington. The man who orchestrated last October's deadly terror attack against Israel is dead. Despite the killing of top Hamas leader Yahya Sinwar, Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu insists the war in Gaza will continue. Reacting to the news of Sinwar's death, President Biden called it a good day because, he said, the terrorist was responsible for the deaths of thousands of people. Texas has sued a Dallas doctor over accusations of providing sex change care for transgender youths. It marks one of the first times a state has sought to enforce bans driven by Republicans in recent years. The lawsuit